Was good. Strike one was the call, and I heard my team yell, "Keep your eye on the ball." Very good. From the fence, a man hollered, "Hey, batter, batter." He'd stop by most days and keep up the chatter. He cheered like a kid, though he was a man. Elbow high, good try, from our game's only fan. I took a deep breath, choked up and held tight, but the second pitch sailed by, then sunk to the right. I was down on the count and I needed a hit. The pitcher looked left and pounded his mitt. I imagined fans cheering and nothing was sweeter. In my mind, it's the playoffs, so bring on the heater. I could picture the stands and the center field wall as the pitcher wound up. I stared down the ball. I swung the bat harder than I knew I could and drove it to left where the tallest guy stood. I took a big hop and it bounced in my hands, but I made it imagining fans in the stands. The next batter up grabbed our worn-out old bat, took 2 practice swings and adjusted his hat. A line drive to right hit hard and hit fast to a fielder with no mitt to catch this quick blast. Despite stinging hands, he torpedoed the ball. Despite my hard running, "You're out," was the call. Then a quick throw to first, a double play made. Now this was excitement, the reason we played. The next guy struck out, so the few mitts we shared were tossed from the home team and caught in midair. I ran out to shortstop, got into the zone, and hoped one day I'd have a glove of my own. Playing each day like the other kids do, except we wished for things that would never come true. The little we had was so old and so worn that a new bat or cleats were worth more than gold. With no bleachers, no benches, no scoreboard to use, rocks kept the score and we played in old shoes. But for us it was more than just innings and outs, dreams on a field, that's what this was all about. Then one day that man from the fence I could see was pulling big bags by the big home plate tree. He smiled and said when his own kids were small, this was the same place they would play ball. My arms get tired up here, I'm not used to this. My kids are now grown, said our #1 fan. In fact, my son's son is almost a man. But I found these old bags in the strangest of places and thought of your field and the sticks used for bases. I once was a coach, so there's old mitts and bats, some shirts and some balls, and even some hats. Very good. And 2 dozen cleats in all different sizes. Enjoy, said our fan, who was full of surprises. And as the kind man and his dog turned to leave, I saw a tear run down his cheek to his sleeve. You kids keep on playing, but remember, this game is more than a score, said the man with no name. So to honor that man by the fence with no name, we decided that one day we'd each do the same. We treasured those old gloves, each bat and each ball, and one day we'll place them in hands big and small. For few things in life are ever as good as the smell of your own glove, the crack of the wood, or being with friends at this one special spot and sharing what you have with those who have not. You like that one?
Yeah.
Yes? Are you guys starting to look at letters and learn what your letters are and what letters sound like and things like that for reading?
I'm going to do